Hello, my name is Aya. I'm 17 years old. I'm from Damascus, Syria. I had to leave Syria because of the war on the 18th of December 2014. I arrived to Italy and I had crossed Lebanon to arrive to Italy, Rome. Now I live in Torvajanica. I had a great life in Syria. I had a big great family, but I don't have any brothers or sisters. I used to live with my parents in a big house. My dad used to work in architecture, and my mom didn't work because we were fine. I mean, and every holiday we used to go in a different place in Syria. In Syria, we used to travel around Syria and explore more about it because Syria is a beautiful country. It is a great combination between history and nature. And I remember that I loved to go to Old Damascus, where my grandma lives. There, we had the old things, like the ancient things that made Damascus very special, and the most ancient capital in the whole world, like the small houses, the old monuments. I also enjoyed going with my friends every time because, of course, I had plenty of friends. I liked to study somehow. I liked my school. I used to go. Well, in the primary school, I went to a private school. That's what. So there I had to learn English very well and to learn also Arabic. But then I had to go to the public schools in the high school, and it was all girls. So it was a nice school. Somehow you have to study very hard. My favorite subject was the English, I guess. Yeah, or maths. Yeah, and I have the whole school was my friend. Were my friend. I used to go out with my friends in the holidays and at the weekends. Every weekend we went to a different place, and even in the school days, actually, we went to study together. We had a small library in one of the neighborhoods, so we could go there and study. Or even restaurants and cafes, we could study in there and hang out. Listen to music. We did many things actually in Syria. Like, we were free to do a lot of things. My friends and I really liked the music, really liked music, and especially the English music, the American pop and rock and roll and so and so. We made competitions who will know the lyrics better, and like that. Every Friday we had a tradition in Syria that we eat a traditional Syrian food, and the whole family gather and we eat this specific type of food. And then on Fridays you can't go with your friends because it's a family day, so you have to hang out with your family, with your cousins. On Saturday you have to study, but you might go with your friends. The only specific day for friends was on Thursday. So I used to hang out with my friends on Thursday. I'm a Muslim, and I had many Christian friends and many friends who didn't believe in God, and my friends who were from another type of religions. It was a peaceful country, and a country who had gathered everyone together to, like, it was a kind of united. Everyone was united together. Now I look at my future. I look at the future. It's not like the way I thought about it when I was younger. Like, me and my friends had the idea about studying and taking the diploma, and then going outside the countries, maybe to study the university, and then going back to the country to make it better. Like, there is specific things we didn't like in Syria, but then we could change it. But then we had the war, and everything was destroyed. let's say our dream was destroyed. 5 years ago, the problems were only around Damascus and in small places, like small villages. We so we we used to laugh about these problems and say, yeah, it's just a small problem, it won't be a big problem for us, it's okay. The first year was completely alright, we still had a normal life. Actually, it was the beginning of being a teenager or something like that, so it was completely different. It was an exciting level of your life. And then the second year was also good, but in the third year the problems came into the capital, Damascus, and here my dad's job was gone, and we had many problems. Like the family had many problems, and even walking to get to your own car on the next street, it was a big problem for you, because there were always rockets falling over you while we were walking. I remember one time my aunt was bringing her daughter from the school, and she brought them to my grandma's house. It was a safe place, we can say, because it's near the president house, but in that time there were rockets falling, and she had to hide and called my dad to help her, because it was a horror movie. I don't know how to say it, but it was a complete horror to us. You feel like nothing has changed, but when you look back, you feel you see everything is completely different. After the problems in my neighborhood, they burned our house, so we moved to live with my grandma. In my grandma's neighborhood, it was the situation was almost safe, we can say, but it wasn't completely safe. My mom and dad were extremely worried. Like, you can't go with your friends anymore. You can't, like, it's a prison now. You can't walk. You have to be to have. To be concerned, where are you going? Like, there's many places we stopped going for to it because of this. Like, they closed the routes, they put check control check controllers, so everything was changing, but in a slow motion, but it was changing, and you could notice that the people were sad. Like, you can see the sad faces, even if they were laughing, they had sad faces, and the evil people came out. All of the people in Syria were scared of becoming of what was happening, and even the rich people lost many things, and they become normal people, and the normal people are now poor, and poor people are now dead. Before I used to go out, there was a big garden near a park, sorry, near my grandma's house. We used to play there in the playground, and I used to go with my friends there. But after the war, in the main time, you could see the military people. The military are walking around in it, and when they put the Czech controllers, they were very bad with people. Like, they really talked in a bad way with people. I remember this story when we were going home, and I was sitting near my mom, and there is one Czech controller, a military, opened the door of the car, and he was like, is this your daughter? He was talking to my mom, and my mom was like, yes, she's my daughter. And he was, is this your daughter? And he was talking like, we were afraid if he said get out of the car, because they used to take girls and do a lot of bad things with them. I was scared to walk alone in the streets, like near my house. I was scared if there was no one with me. I always took my mom or my dad had to get me where I want to go, or I had to stay at home. And we had a boring routine life and with combined with fear, mixed. It was a great mixture of fear and boredom and not knowing what will happen. So we entered in a depression. Even in Fridays, we stopped going to the family houses. The streets were closed, and the military were entered there, and they destroyed everything in there, and that's it. I mean, everything was destroyed, completely destroyed. Like, you had no hope. Like, you had a dream of becoming something, and someone was killing that dream. The idea of traveling, of moving out to Rome, came when the situation was getting worse and worse every time. Like, there was, they used to cut off the electricity, and they used to cut off the water, and and like, we were like, they were, we couldn't live. Even and the prices were getting higher and higher. So, they made you to pay the air you are breathing, and it was very hard, especially when my dad lost his job. So we had some of money, and this money was going, and then the idea came of moving out, and we had a connection with my cousins in Rome. So we could tell them to give us a visa, and my mom had to sell some of her gold to buy the tickets, and to get the cars to go to Lebanon, and from Lebanon to get the tickets, and to go from to Rome, and also we paid for the visa and all of that. And I was actually really happy and sad at the same time. I was sad because I was going to leave my friends and to leave my best friend, and I knew that everything was going to change again, and it was a foreign country and a foreign language. Everything was new for us. So things changed, but I was happy because if anyone was in my place, he would really accept the idea of traveling. It was cold, and it was snowing actually in outside the balcony and everywhere. And we I didn't have that much things to bring to bring with, because of course when my house had been destroyed, I didn't have the things I needed with me, or the things I wanted to bring with me. So I just packed my clothes, and my mom packed her clothes, and we just took the normal things that you should take with you. We took the clothes for the summer and for the winter, because we already knew that it won't this war won't end in a day or a night. The most important thing I brought to here was my high hopes. My father didn't come with us because he didn't have the visa, and the taxi, he couldn't also bring us to the borders, because the private taxi wanted us to pay for each person 100 euros, and we needed to save some money because we didn't know what was going to happen in this new place, until my dad finds a job. And plus the Czech controllers were taking males under the age of 60 and to the military, and that's why he was going to reach us later. I was really sad because I was leaving my father, and I was leaving my country, and it was kind of heartbreaking, because all of your dreams were gone, and you're planning to start a new life. And thinking about what will happen. I wasn't really knowing that much. But I was also afraid because of the Czech controllers and the borders. It was seven Czech controllers, and everyone was longer than the other one. And then we reached the Lebanese borders. It was like 3 a.m. in the morning. It was really cold, and because it was in December, and there was snow. We got out car to sign to get into Lebanon, and there wasn't much people, I remember, just us. And the Lebanese were like, "Where are you going? Why are you going there? Why?" They asked us a lot of questions, and they weren't very nice, to be honest. And then we got out from the borders and we went to Beirut. I was excited because I love traveling, but I was also scared and sad because it was the thing I'm traveling for isn't a happy thing. It is a sad thing because we got the visa of visiting my aunt, but we didn't know if we were also coming back to Syria or not. After the checkpoint at the airport and checking our tickets and all of this, we had to wait our plane. It was at 8 o'clock in the morning, and then we traveled and got to here, to Rome. My aunt had been here for 40 years. She lived in Rome because she had a job, and so, and we were pretty lucky to have this chance to come to here. And in fact, she it wasn't my first time at Rome. I used to come to here like every summer to have fun with my cousins and to have a small vacation here with the family. And my grandpa used also to come. We used to have really, really so much fun. And we know the neighbors of my aunt from a long time. And they knew me before I even was born. And but this time was pretty different because we knew what was going on. And we were sad because of the war in our country. And we know that this time everything has changed. I was happy to see Rome because I really like Rome, and I've always loved this place, and always actually wished to live in this amazing place, but not in this way. After 20 days, my dad came. He had got the visa and came quickly. It was a very comfortable things for us, because we were scared if they didn't give him the visa, or they were or he or people took him, or military took him, or something like that. So from when he came, we were very happy and much more relaxed. After months, the visa was going to expire, so my dad went to the Costura, and he sought for the international protection. Because of the bad situation in Syria, and that's why we are under the name of the refugees. They started to find me a school because it was still in December, and it was the school time. I mean, even it was a holiday, I guess. Yeah, and then we started to searching. They didn't find me a school because they didn't accept my grades, because I only completed a half year. So and it was a new language for me, so I didn't speak Italian, so they wanted me to go back 3 years. And we stayed searching and searching for a new school, but there's there was nothing new happening, and the time has passed in a blink of an eye. So we were like, the year was gone, and I entered an Italian school. When I started the Italian school, they were everyone were shocked. Where are you from? And I was like, I'm from Syria. And why are you speaking English? Because I told them, because I learned English in Syria and learned French also, and they were very friendly and nice to me. And then they were asking me, why did you go from Syria? And I told them, because there was a war in there. And they were asking how the situation was in Syria, and how much your life has changed. When you were coming as a tourist, you were always thinking about the places you want to see, the things you want to buy, to go shopping, to go to have fun with your time. And now you have to think about how you have to spend your money, how you have to pay the bills, how you have to think about every specific things. The first days in Rome, when I met my cousins after a long time, I was very, very happy. We went together. We did a lot of things, fun things that made me forget for a while the sad things. Yeah, it was fine at the beginning, but then when we searched the school and the problems started to came, and everything was hard to us and still hard to us, because my dad was trying to find a job, and like every door was closed in front of us. Now I go to this Arabian school. I changed my school because I wanted to move to. I didn't want to go back 3 years in the Italian school, because I knew that I will just waste time. And this school just they didn't accept the year, so I only went back 1 year, and the next year I'm going to finish the school. It's a pretty nice school, and I have met a lot of nice people and friends, and I could go out from the isolation part I was in, and I became more friendly, and even the whole depression has somehow is going away, because even though I'm really sad and about what is happening in Syria and the war, but we need to live. We like this hard times. We can go. It will go. Now I have Italian friends and Arabic friends from both schools. The Italian friends are really, really funny and awesome. They didn't make me feel that I'm different. They made me feel that I'm one of them. When I moved to the Arabic school, I had different friends from different nations of the world, from Egypt, from Saudi Arabia. I even met Syrians, actually. It's like this foreign country has taught you how to communicate and open you to meet new people from around the world, so you can be more open-minded. One of the best things that happened to me recently, when I had to participate one of the X Factor episodes, and to meet the guys with another refugees, to raise awareness of the people about the whole refugee thing and who they are, and how they are normal people as the people who are watching the program, and that they had normal life and they are completely normal. And I also had the chance to meet my idol Mika, and it was the best thing that ever happened to me, actually. But after a dream come true, we still have some difficult things that happen, that we are still trying to solve. Like my dad, and he's trying to find some kind of job. In the meantime, I will remain hoping that things will get better. And for the future, I see myself studying to become a petroleum engineer and working hard. And of course, hoping that I will meet my friends and make our dreams that and our plans that we planned before to to come true and bring it to life together. Even though uh, it's even though we're passing through hard times, uh, after these hard times, we will have a time that everything will be good. And I hope for for all of the countries around the world to have the peace, and especially for Syria, because we deserve to have peace.